When it comes to arts in Polk County, a group that really needs no introduction is Arts Ensemble. But in case you haven't heard of some of the fantastic things that they do, we've got an in-studio guest that can tell us all about everything that they do, whether it's reaching out to those in need medically or inspiring the youth of Polk County to a career in the arts. Joining us is no rookie to Polk Place. She's Jane Waters Thomas. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Are we having fun yet?
We are.
Always.
It's always a good day at PGTV.
Exactly.
That's
It's going to be like the fastest 10 minutes. You know, I love interviews like you because I can just go one question, you run who, where, what, when, where, how, why, and then give us inspiration, and then I look at the camera and go, done.
Been doing this a couple days.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, for those that might not be familiar with it, what exactly is Arts Ensemble?
Well, Arts Ensemble is many, many things. I think the best description that I heard this year was from a friend of mine, and she said, you know, Arts Ensemble really is an arts incubator. We bring artists in and we nurture them and love them and provide what they need and then send them out into the world to do really good things. You know, we are a resident artist location and we're located in a warehouse district in Eloise. And so that's probably the first thing that we were. We are also a healing arts organization, and we're very fortunate to work with the good people of the Alzheimer's Association. We work with various hospitals in our area, many cancer units in our area, and we provide artists for art therapy and also to caregivers. That would be the second thing. The third thing that we do, by and large, in the community, sort of grassroots, is education in the arts. And we are working on a really great project in Eloise right now as sort of a revitalization tool, using the arts as a way to reach out to teenagers and young adults and bring them in through creativity, provide life skills for them, provide the art escape that they need, and then hopefully foster who they are as individuals and send them out into the world to do great things.
So we touched on all three of those.
Yes.
I've got to tell you, I've been lucky enough to be involved in a couple different things, Arts Ensemble-wise. There was a heck of a party that was thrown while the artists were right inside the studio. That was very cool to be in that environment and see them working and have this, you know, have this social function going on. Then the next thing was about 2 Christmases ago.
It was.
The packing plant.
The Blueberry Packing House.
The Blueberry Packing House. As you drive through
Eloise,
right across the street from the school, if you look at the packing plant, there's some incredible art on there.
There is.
Let's see, what else? Kind of decorated some of the tables at one of my favorite stopping establishments.
Yes.
And the building, I remember that.
That's right.
And then, of course, the set here. This set that you see on Polk Place, it's absolutely incredible. It's done on canvas, and between the work that her crew did, Richard and the rest of them, and of course with some of the set pieces, this is such a unique thing that Jane and the folks that she has surrounded herself with come up with.
Yeah, and it really is about the people that are working with me on projects. I'm extremely blessed that something will present itself in the community, whether it's something like a backdrop for our local TV station, or if somebody's building needs to be the next canvas for art in public places. You know, arts and education, it doesn't matter what it is, these artists show up in force, and I think that is one of the most beautiful things. There's many beautiful things about artists, but one of the most beautiful things to me about the artists that work with us at Arts Ensemble is their instant give back to the community, most often for free. And in that situation, we provide all their materials and they show up and do beautiful work.
One of the things that the Board of County Commissioners talk about, and it's not talk, it's something that they provide. It's quality of life, whether it's roads, whether it's bringing economic development to the county, whether it's in our parks or in our fitness trails. Another thing that they have started, well, they've always been behind, but they're even pushing more so, is the arts. Talk about the importance of having a quality of life issue like arts in a place where you live.
I can think of nothing that's more important. First, and importantly, from the place of tourism, it's an economic stimulant. It absolutely drives people to your community to see what's new and happening in the arts. For the artist, you know, we live in a very large county, and sometimes the connectivity happens because our artists come together at shows or at events. And then let's talk about our children. And they're some of the most creative minds that we could ever hope to have. And so the arts become a vehicle to communication. They become a vehicle to education. They become a vehicle to so many things, you know, that we don't think about so much. One of my favorite topics to discuss with teenagers is, you know, most of the people that fly into engineering, that fly into Universal Studios and digital arts, they started doing street art. They started from a place of creativity, and creativity just opens up the world to possibility. And so the arts need to be a connectivity, and I see that happening at this time in our county probably a little more clearly than we've seen it in the past. It's very exciting.
And isn't it neat how it all ties in together to a groundbreaking that you at Arts Ensemble are getting ready to put on? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. EVAC, we've been working on that project for really a couple of years, and EVAC began as part of the Blueberry Art Project, which was a three-phase project to bring the arts into a small region within our county. One, to provide life skills and arts education in that little community, and two, to become hopefully just sort of a revitalization tool, a cleanup tool for that area. Now, Eloise is a beautiful little community, and you really do have to stop to see it. But we're seeing some amazing things happen, and so about 2 years ago, I got with some of our county officials whom are wonderful and see great things the same way that we all do, and presented this concept of opening a visual arts center in Eloise that is open to the entire community. And I think that that's real important to say, that we're putting it in Eloise because we have space there. We get to create something amazing there. But because of public transportation and the many options we have of getting kids to that location, it's open to all the kids that are in our county, and it's a free program. So we do groundbreaking on April 26th after 2 years of planning and working with that small community and our elected officials, and we're also working extensively with Parks and Recreation, because Parks and Recreation in our county does amazing programming all over, so it just made perfect sense to maybe partner with them in some of the stuff that we were trying to do in that small community. So groundbreaking is April 26th, and we're planning to just blow it out. It is our hope to be open by June, the first week of June. But right now we have been fortunate to be able to use some of the space that is at the Eloise Resource Center so that we can do teen night and some of those kind of programs.
Talk about the importance of having a facility like this at the residents of Polk counties, at their doorstep.
I can't think of anything that would be more beneficial than free arts programming. I wish that all programs could provide art for free. It's not possible all the time. I'm very fortunate to have the donors and the benefactors that I have that make it available for me to hire artists and to work with our community and provide this programming for free to teenagers. Now, not all of the programs that we do are free, and I want to say that because I think that it's important to say we have to take care of our artists, and they need to be paid. And so when we have to charge a fee, that's for adults. This program is free, and so if you have a child who has a creative edge that maybe that's not your talent and you can't help them with that talent, they have a place to go. And they have a safe place to go. And I think that that's very important. Not only are we a safe place, we're a place of education and we're a place of creativity, and it's free of cost.
Let's talk about the importance. There's an old saying, it takes the village to raise the children. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the importance of whether it be people giving of monetary value, donating one thing or another, mm-hmm. or giving of their time. I met a lady who's an art teacher just the other night, and I passed your number along to her because
Thank
she
you.
was kind of looking for something to get involved with. And
Right.
talk about the importance of people, whether getting behind it voluntary-wise, monetary-wise, anything that they can do to inspire the children.
Absolutely. Everybody has something that they can give, and I cannot take away from the importance of funding. Funding is very important, but there is nothing more valuable than a volunteer who's willing to give of their time to mentor a student in the arts. When you come in and you teach a class as an art instructor to teenagers, you really become a mentor to those teenagers. And that's a tough job. That's not an easy job. So we definitely need art instructors. We absolutely need funding. As we begin to open up EVAC, there are very real costs to building a program like that. And so we're going to have to start seeking some of those sponsor dollars. And I've been very fortunate to say that I've not actually gone out into the community up into this program to ask for funding. We've gone out to get support and to gain recognition. This is the first program that we really do have to have funding support to sustain. So funding, volunteers, if somebody has a Rotary Club or if they have a Kiwanis Club and there's a speaking opportunity, I would love the opportunity to be able to come out and share the importance and the statistics, the vital information about how the arts change lives. You know, so those are some of the ideas. I think whenever instantly I go, how can somebody get involved? Well, not everybody has time, so maybe they do have money. But if they have time, I'd love to have their time also.
You know, Jane, whether it's the EVAC, whether it's the Eloise Community Garden, or Doors to Change, or the Arts Ensemble Education Foundation, always giving back to the community that you live in, and we thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
And you are always welcome on Polk Place. So
I appreciate that.
let us know if there's anything that we can do for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And you at home, if you want to get involved, it's a great program to get behind. The Arts Ensemble Education Foundation. They need volunteers, they need teens, and if you can help out, funds, anything along that lines, they could use your help. Arts Ensemble, they have programs coming together to provide education and outreach. Whether it's EVAC or the Eloise Community Garden, Doors to Change, doesn't matter what it is, they're always there for the youth. If you need more information on the Arts Ensemble Education Foundation, you can give them a call at 863-293-2700 or 863-272-2258, or look them up on the web at artsensemble.com.